Oh, 100%. Yeah, totally, 100%. Yep, 100%. 100%. 100%.
What do you mean describe the birth? What do you want? What is the answers that you want? What are the answers that you want?
Just like he couldn't remember any birth stories, I'll tell you how it really happened. Is that Quigley Coffee was really his dream. He always says I never wanted one. That's 100% true. I did not want a coffee shop. It was really his dream for a long time.
I wanted to have a coffee shop for a very long time, like 8 years. My wife said no. Then she said yes. Then we started as a little coffee cart. We got into a little thrift shop. And then we pulled out of there. We did catering for a long time so that we could end up in this place doing something way bigger, what we feel like we were always meant to do.
My name is Miranda Quigley, and I am the Mrs. Quigley Coffee. The funnier one.
My name is Quigley. My glasses might have a glare, and I drink coffee. Let's go. Let's do it. I think we have the best custies on the planet. And I don't know if we just assume the role of being the coffee shop that they decide to come to, but it seems like we just have the greatest people on the planet coming into our store or to our cart, and we just have loads of fun at all times. It's not always customer servicey. People come in, we say, hey besties, we call our customers besties on Instagram and stuff. But it's because it always feels like you're just meeting your best friend. We've got the best people all the time.
We LLC'd in May of 2021, and we opened a 500 square foot small space inside of a thrift store July 31st of 2021. And we were doing full event catering with a mobile coffee cart, as well as operating the thrift store with open mic nights and having lots of small groups and friends that would come and hang out and markets. And it built a great culture and community super fast. And honestly, it felt like a dream come true.
So, first thing people are going to notice about this space when you walk in is just that it's super narrow but really long. And we wanted to make sure that even though it was super narrow, super long, it still felt really open and clean and inviting. We didn't want it to feel like everybody's jammed in together, because we're going to try to fit as many seats as we can so that people can sit down and enjoy themselves while they're here. Right here, right when you walk in, there's going to be a little bar seating here, so you'll be able to sit down, kind of people watch. There'll be, these huge windows will bring in a lot of light, so that'll be really cool. We're not going to put any chairs or tables here. This section, although it would be really nice to have a table or chair or two, we really liked the giant mural wall that we had at the last space. It brings in lots of color, it brings in lots of fun picture things for people. And so we're gonna literally have this line up here so that you can take huge pictures right behind where the camera is of that space. So if you look this way, this whole
This
wall.
is all art.
Every bit of it.
Beautiful art, yep.
Just like the last location, we wanted to bring that same concept in.
We started dreaming about what would be next for our bigger location, because that was a 500 square foot space, and we knew we wanted to do more. We wanted to have more open mic nights. We wanted to have more community opportunities, and lo and behold, we found ourselves in a 1,700 square foot space, and our catering is full tilt. We've been doing catering only while we're building out this space, and it's been a ride. It's also going to be the stage for open mic nights.
Yes.
So we are stoked about open mic nights because there's no places in Sanford that really do them. And so we are going to be the open mic night hub, and this will be the future stage for every artist who comes in and drops a poem or a song or a comedy sketch.
Right before they make it big.
Right before they make it big. We're going to be their big break. We're coming for you, Sanford. What do I love the most about Quigley? Okay.
Oh, coffee company.
Oh, sorry. What do I love the most about Quigley Coffee Company? What I love the most about Quigley is that he loves people, and so everybody knows who he is, seemingly. He just does a really great job at loving people.
Okay, the first one, that actually is it's kind of cool. So my last name is Quigley, and I didn't really know that anyone else existed as a Quigley in our area other than like the people in my family. And one day, we had a whole family come in of people who saw that there was a coffee shop called Quigley Coffee Co. So they came in, introduced themselves as the Quigleys, and then asked me to sit down with them so that they could be the Quigleys having Quigley coffee with Quigley. And we took a whole moment to actually sit down and do it. So on the same topic of like bringing the concepts from the last location into this one, but making it bigger and better. We're gonna do this whole wall up here is gonna be our like community wall where we take the Polaroids and we put them up there.
Our community wall is going to have different sections. So if you were a part of our previous location at the thrift store, we had a designated community section that was for needs. We called it our needs wall, where people could write down a need that they have, like somebody need their lawn mowed, or they were looking for other mom friends, or whatever it might be. You write down your need, and then you put your information on the back, and you pin it to the wall, and then other people would come to the community wall and see if they could meet your need. And it was one of the coolest moments I feel like we got to share with customers, was creating a space where things like that could happen. And we've heard so many stories of people who have connected in the shop, which is like our dream come true. And so we really want to emphasize, you'll hear over and over again, we're going to say things like coffee is our thing, with community is our heart, and you are our heart. And so we are really being intentional with having a community wall, as well as my favorite part, something I had to fight for, which was our community table. So we're kind of mapping it out what it could look like right here, but if you look, there's a 14-foot by 3-foot community space where this 14-foot by 3 feet table is a space for you to bring your friends for small groups or just to hang out, or you can come by yourself and meet a new friend. All right, behind you,
This way, all the way up. This is it's our very small, contained but beautiful retail section. So if you want to buy coffee or anything like that, we're gonna put it there because the line's gonna kind of come this way, so you'll be able to look at it and see everything. We'll put merch on there like shirts, hats, beanies, maybe Funk's glasses. And then right behind, or right on the other side of that, so this is our coffee bar. Is the blue tape exactly how big it's gonna be? To the centimeter.
That's not true.
I'm just kidding. We just laid this tape out haphazardly and hoped that it's close. But espresso machine's gonna go here. You'll be able to order here. There's gonna be some bar seating at the end over there. But all this to make it to where, like, again, when you walk in, it feels really big. So there's like a good section of space before you even reach the bar. There's tons of seating on this side of the wall, all the way down. But there's a good like walkway too. So you'll be able to walk up, do this, and then go have your seat. We'll bring everything out to you guys because we want to make it feel really cozy.
Who is Ryan Funk? I had no idea who Ryan Funk was.
Skateboarder extraordinaire.
Actually, I think we were sitting at a dining room table one time, and Quigley had asked me, like, do you know who Ryan Funk was? And I was like, no, I don't.
Videographer extraordinaire.
And then he pulled up some really old guy that was skateboarding at Lake Mary Skate Park, but had like cool content. And he was like, oh, I used to skate with this guy.
Lighting technician extraordinaire.
One day, I remember Quigley and Ryan had basically had a conversation of like, what if we like, could you imagine like a cool concept shop with skateboards and also like with coffee, but like friends and no rules, you know? So they like had this conversation, and then Quigley came home and brought it up one day, and I was kind of like, whatever. And then we started dreaming of like, well, what if we actually did get a bigger space? And at the thrift store, there was a retail element that we really loved. And so what could we bring as a retail element to kind of keep that same brand with Quigley Coffee? And it seemed honestly like a organic partnership that just happened.
Glasses. He should be a manufacturer because he always has the best ones.
After a dreaming night together, and lo and behold, Quigley Coffee Company and Funk's Board Shop collab was born. And so Ryan Funk is the owner of Funk's Board Shop and good friend of Quigley Coffee Company, and we're excited about the future.
Owner of Funk's Board Shop and a great guy overall.
My name's Ryan. And I am the owner of Funk's Board Shop.
I'm just gonna say that she gave us a little bit of a an impression of what it sounded like for me and Funk to have that conversation.
Yeah.
I just got to clear the air.
You want me to do a better one?
It's exactly how it sounded. 100%. That's
Yeah.
it. We're just little boys having a great conversation.
Yes.
Just clearing the air. All right.
The Quigleys, of course. I love their coffee. Their coffee is always amazing. And the passion that whenever I talk to Quigley about his coffee and like how he comes up with it or what he does to create it.
Okay, just Ryan Funk impression. Oh, 100%. Yeah, totally, 100%. Yep, 100%. 100%. 100%. Absolutely 100%. Oh, 100%.
When Quigley closed at the thrift store, I was devastated because we just started going there quite a bit, and we loved it. It was just an amazing atmosphere and all that. So when we heard that, my wife and I, Jennifer, were just like, man, what are they gonna do? What could we do to help? You know what I mean? And stuff like that. And even though there's no way that we could have done anything to help per se, I just remember texting him, skate shop, coffee shop, and that was it at that moment. And I remember we talked about it beforehand, so I just kind of said skate shop, coffee shop, and he didn't text back for like 8 days, and I was like, he doesn't even like care. You know, I didn't say that, but like it was just funny because I was like, okay, you know, no big deal. And then out of nowhere, he texted, he goes, I'm in. And that was it. I was like, cool, let's do it, you know.
And we're the oldest dudes at the skate park. He's the oldest grandpa at the skate park. I'm the oldest dad at the skate park. Dude, so rad, bro. That was a good one, you know it was. All right, I gotta get the finger right, because you know you always have it. When he like rolls up, and he got his like whatever, and then he. That was a nose slide, by the way, just in case you didn't know, because you always get into those nose slides real well. You come out fakey.
You know, skateboarding to me has just been my culture my whole life. So being a filmmaker now and getting as old as I am, things kind of have to slow down a little bit. So we were just looking at our next journey, you know? And when Funk's Board Shop, or when Quigley's was looking for a space, and then we started flirting with the idea of doing a coffee shop, board shop, like I was in, and I was passionate about it, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, totally, 100%. Yep, 100%. 100%. 100%.